interrupt this transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
How's everyone doing tonight? Woo! It's Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. With
John
ready in his chair. And almost 10 whole people watching from home. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time for the ThinkSoJoE Show!
We are back!
Yeah.
Took a week off last week, thankfully. That was man, you should have been here. You should have seen it, man. You should have like you saw it like Monday when you dropped me on when we went to the Sabres game. You saw how that was after all of it melted.
Oh, really?
There was no way you were getting a parking spot
Yeah.
last Wednesday if you would have tried to come up here.
Yeah, it's probably the best to
I went out and I saw
do the
Murder.
show.
Who was on that show? It was Murder, Skamagachi,
Got you.
Lovebox, and I don't remember the name of the other band. They were pretty good. But I knew all the other bands, so I was there for all the other bands. Like, somebody was like, hey, which band are you here to see? I'm like, everybody except these guys? Like, only because I don't know who these guys are. But Murder's playing on this Saturday. They're playing on next Saturday, so we're going to play them tonight because they just released a single last week. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, John, and other person. You know my name.
Hi, Laura.
Anyway. So, yeah, I just spent a lot of money this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone's going to a Metallica concert.
4 of them.
Four of them. Whoa.
So,
Dedicated.
well,
man.
so Monday morning, I woke. So before I went to bed Monday, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy John and I tickets for SmackDown on Friday, and then I'm gonna buy. And then I texted you. I'm like, hey, I'm thinking of buying these Sabres tickets if you want to go. And then you left me on red, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy the tickets. And then you called me, and I'm like, do you want to go to the Sabres game? If not, I'll ask Ryan. You're like, no, I want to go. Like, all right, cool. So I bought us Sabres tickets, bought us SmackDown tickets, and then I took a nap, and I woke up. Actually, before I even fell asleep, I found out Metallica released a new single. They're releasing a new album in April. They're going on tour, and the tour is every city they play, they're playing 2 nights, Friday and Sunday, 2 different sets, 2 different sets of opening acts, and I'm like. And the first thing, and the reason I found this out initially was I saw the event page for Detroit, which is on November 10th and 12th, which, of course, is my birthday weekend.
So
I'm like, yeah, I think I'm spending my birthday with Metallica this year. That's going to be my birthday show. Metallica with Ice 9 Kills and 5 Flavor Fruit Punch.
that sounds like a better name.
Well, so I knew I was buying tickets to that today.
Yeah.
So like I bought some more stuff on Monday, but I was making sure that I was gonna have enough money to at least buy tickets to see Metallica in Detroit. And you can't buy the tickets separate. You have to buy the 2-pack.
Yeah.
And if you buy the 2-pack, you can't sell one. You have to either go to both or not go. So I'm like, all right. And my buddy Dennis, as soon as he saw everything, he texts me. He's like, so where do you want to go? I'm like, Detroit. He's like, really? I said, yeah, it's my birthday weekend. He said, well, we went to Vegas for my birthday. We're going to Detroit for yours. Like, all right, cool. So tickets went on sale to 5th members, which I am and my buddy Dennis is, at 11 a.m. this morning. And I was like, all right, Detroit is going to be my priority. And they're selling these VIP passes The cheapest of which is called the Frantic Pass. You get to get into the show first before anybody, before like the general public, before the people with what they call the I Disappear Pass, which is you could buy those and go to every show on the tour for like $1,000 too. So I really would have gotten my money's worth to just buy that. Except I wouldn't get in like super early, get the exclusive merch that you get for buying the pass I got for Detroit. You get first access to the for the merch tables. You get a free drink. Not that I drink. I guess I could get a pop, you know. Laura says go to Ohio. I've been to Ohio. There's nothing wrong with Ohio except the snow and the rain. I really like Drew Carey, and John would love to see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I wonder where'd you get those lyrics from?
Anyway, so I bought the Detroit tickets, and then I jumped in the queue to get for August for East Rutherford, New Jersey. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't get floor, and I was like, "Fuck, maybe I'll just wait a year, and I'll go in November next year to Foxborough again, because I knew people who were going to Foxborough, and I probably should have done that. Because then I would have had a ride and a place to stay, instead of having to figure out a bus or whatever and hotel and all that shit. But I did get a good seat in the 100 level. So I'm set to go to East Rutherford for 2 shows in August and Detroit for 2 shows. I don't even know who's opening the East Rutherford shows. I know the first night in Detroit, it's Pantera and it's Mammoth, which is Wolfgang Van Halen's band. Mm-hmm. And then the second night is 5 Flavor Fruit Punch and Ice Nine Kills. So, you've never heard anybody call them that? Is that the first time?
No, that's the first time, right? 5 Flavor.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes, that is the Spice Girls. And yes, rest in peace, Christy McVie of Fleetwood Mac passed away today.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Did not know that.
Jason David Frank of the Power Rangers. The Green Ranger. He died.
Yeah, I was shocked.
That's why we got those mental health, things at the end of the show, all the phone numbers to call. I haven't updated with the new number, but Sam's in the chat.
Oh, hi, buddy. Love the clown faces. You do that every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday. I mean, would you rather them send clown faces or nothing at all?
Clown faces. Yeah.
I mean, I do have the Taylor Swift record somewhere behind that Spice Girls record. So.
Please, Sam. Please, if they're hiring, let me come to you.
Yeah, if anybody's hiring, John needs a job, unfortunately.
Yes, fortunately. Yeah, I'm no longer with Hubco.
That was it was the first thing he told me when he got in the room. He was like, man, I lost my job. Like, fuck, dude. It's going to take you way longer to pay me back the money you owe me. No, I didn't say that. I'm not that mean. I honestly don't care. Like
I will pay you back. Well, you know I will. I will
I know you will. Well, we got, he said he sent you the link to apply. You got to fill out the application, man.
Okay, I would do that. I will do that.
But I took you to the Sabres game the other day, and we got really good seats, and you're just like, oh man, this is more money I owe you. I'm like, I really don't care. Just come with me to the game.
That's what I was concerned about.
I ain't worried about it. Just I got good seats, and I could only get them if I bought 2 tickets, so I was buying 2 tickets regardless. So, yeah,
we had good seats though.
Yeah, man.
For the Sabres.
7th row off the ice behind the net. I was looking for us because I watched all the highlights of all the goals, and I was looking for us, and I didn't see us.
The first time I've become a Sabres fan, and once again, they still lost.
I mean, that was the worst officiated fucking hockey game I think I've ever seen since 1999. I am not angry that I'm not getting my money. I am literally sitting here telling them I'm not worried about it.
I'll get a reply, Sam.
I'm asking people to help him find work. The poor boy wants to work.
Let the poor boy work. No restaurants.
No restaurants. I don't blame you for that one.
I'm not going back to that shit.
I never worked in a restaurant. I never will. I work in a closet. I work in a closet, and I just spent $1,000 on Metallica tickets this morning. And I'm still like, hey, maybe I should buy these speaker stands now.
See, if I knew how to read better, I would do your job. I would get into that stuff.
Yeah, we were, I mean, you heard me do it in real time a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So some folks kept trying to blow up your phone, and I kept answering it.
Hi, welcome to Movie Phone.
Welcome to Movie Phone. If you know the name of the film you would like to see, please say it now.
1. You pick Debbie Does Dallas.
What? Oh, the Metallica. I'm going August 4th and 6th in East Rutherford, and November 11th and 12th. Excuse me, 10th and 12th in Detroit. So I'm going to be stuck in New York in August and in Detroit in November. So if I know any promoters out there that want to book the Living Brain Dead for those days in between the Metallica shows, so these guys can come out and hang out with me for a day while I'm out there with nothing else to do, we're looking. So Detroit, please. New York, please. Come book the Living Brain Dead. We won't even wear saber. I'll wear Devil's gear to the show if we play in New Jersey. I own a Devil's jersey. I do. It was a Christmas gift from a client. So, you thought Metallica was gonna stop soon? Sam thought Metallica was gonna stop soon.
Oh,
ain't happening, man.
No, they don't believe in stopping.
That train ain't slowing down anytime
They're
soon.
never gonna retire.
I'll tell you what, it was nice this year just having that, slow burn of shows where it was just like, they just played when they felt like it. And look at that. Jill says her sister lives in New York City and she has the week of August 5th off.
Joe.
So that means
Joe.
that means we can play New York August 5th.
Joe. Yes. We play New York. Let's play in New York. That's like punk rock city right there, man.
Are the chats not going through to Twitch because we got
Oh really?
Jablaman?
Jablaman?
He's saying that who are we talking to? He's the only one there, but there should be tweets going through from.
Yeah.
Maybe the bot's not working today. The bot took the day off. Maybe the bot got fired. Maybe he worked the same job as you, and they're like, "Yeah, Restream bot, you're fired." Sorry, we got no work for you. I don't know. Yeah, we got the Facebook. I mean, if you really want to keep up, we've got a Discord server. I don't know the name. I don't know the... But anyway. Oh, he sees them. Or sees them not. I don't know. So, anyway. Or sees them now. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, but yes.
Yes.
It's cold enough for the hoodie, but it's not cold enough for the jacket.
Nope.
Apparently.
Nope.
John's taking the jacket.
Outside.
That's why I'm wearing the jersey today. It's like, it's cold in here. I'm wearing a hockey jersey. I could get away with it today. Not gonna be sweating. I don't got 6 people in here with me today. Yeah.
Yeah.
6 people. Man, we had 6 people in here last time. That was nuts.
That was hot. That was.
It was warm.
Really warm. I picked the wrong day to wear that jacket.
Yeah, you did. I mean, it's warm enough usually with the 2 of us in here. When it's like windy out like it is today, it gets really cold in here. But like most days, it's super warm. And I didn't turn the heat off before the show the last time too, so it was just the heat's on. There's 6 of us in the room. All this equipment running.
The heat's not on right now?
No, the heat's on right now. It's
Taking
it. Because it's windy out, it gets cold in here.
Oh, okay. Well,
So I gotta put like plastic on the windows.
got a Christmas tree in here.
I do have a Christmas tree. Somebody finally noticed.
I just noticed it. So wow, it's different. We're still
Nobody in the chat noticed the Christmas tree. You were the first one to notice the Christmas tree.
Where's the?
The blue part's still over there because I couldn't.
Oh.
I didn't want to reach around to unplug it, but the other parts are behind you there somewhere on the table.
Oh, I see them.
I'm thinking of getting a table about that size, putting it here where the desk is, getting rid of this desk, make some more
Spice Girls.
more room. Yeah, Spice Girls.
Spice Girls.
Jill wants to know. She says, "What part was hot, John? Was it when I shoved my thumb up your ass during the broadcast?"
Yes, that. She did do that.
Yes,
she tried
did.
to.
She tried.
And then you got Shane in the background laughing at me.
Oh man, I haven't seen you guys since then. I mean, I saw you on Monday, but like before that, I hadn't seen any of you guys since
the show.
Since you guys left the house, and it was just because like the next day was 4 feet of snow.
Yeah.
Driving ban out here. Couldn't go anywhere. Couldn't do anything. I was stuck in the house till I didn't leave the house until Monday. And like the driving ban had just been lifted, so I'm out like I want some potato chips or something before the Niners game. So I walked over to Tops. I get to the end of the street. The plow's sitting there waiting for this car that's stuck in the snow. I had to help push this car out of the snow. I'm the same, just a little plumper. Yeah, Thanksgiving was also so like we didn't do band practice last week because of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So I didn't see you guys then. I went to my mom's. I haven't seen my mom since like June, so. Joe, that's not true. I do leave my home. I go to band practice. I go to shows. I went out last Wednesday I was out. I saw Murder and some other bands. Lovebox. Skamagachi. By the way, Skamagachi, I know a band that's playing with them on New Year's Eve. Mm-hmm. That would be us. We're playing with them on New Year's Eve in Cardboard Homestead and Working Class Stiffs at Stamps. Stamps the bar. We're playing first.
Yeah.
We're opening that show. So.
Come see us.
Come out early. Stay late.
Party. New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm. Standing around with the bass player from Lovebox and the sound guy from Mohawk, and we're just talking about like, man, why are there 4 bands on this show? 4 bands is too many bands. Just want to go home. We're old, I guess. I don't know. I used to book 4-band shows all the time, and I did the last show too, just because it was my birthday, and it's like, you know what? My birthday's tomorrow, so let's just get this going and stay this, keep the show going till midnight. Mm-hmm. Let's add another band instead of pushing back doors and everything, because I already made the flyers and didn't feel like changing the 7 to an 8. Which, by the way, bands.
Yeah, bands.
Bands. When you guys are making Facebook event pages, could you please put all the information in there, like how much the cover is, what time the doors are, what the ages are? Because, like, I'm sitting here setting up this show today, and I'm putting together the playlist, and I'm putting together my little list over here with all the information about these shows that are coming up. And I'm just like, I don't know how much this show costs to get in. Am I going to need cash when I get to the door? By the way, it's 2022. Can we normalize having credit card readers at the door? So I don't have to fucking find an ATM before I go to your show.
That would be easier.
I owe the band fund $20 because I didn't have time to go to an ATM before the show on Thanksgiving Eve. So I pulled $20 out of there because I knew the door was $13 for that.
Yeah. Me and Joe went to Stamps, so waste of space. Me not breathing.
Be not breathing, yeah.
Yeah.
Our old neighbors.
That was a killer show. Waste of Space was so freaking good.
Laura says John is 16. That is not old.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I'll take that. It's a compliment.
All the information, like the materials, yes, I want to know what the building's made of. Give me that information. I shouldn't have to reach out to the owner of the building to be like, yo, what kind of material is your building made out of? Is the ceiling going to collapse on me if I come to this show? I don't know. I don't need that information. I need all the pertinent information to get into the show.
Into the show.
What age you need to be, what the cost is, what time the doors open.
We did, because me and Jill didn't know how much the show was at Stamps. Because it was like 20, 15, 10. And we got to the door and it was like $10.
Yeah.
It's like, well, okay, that's good. Good to know. I took out 40 just to make sure, but they weren't like telling me the price.
The show I went to I knew what the price was, but I'm like, I just don't want to, you know, like I didn't have time to go to an ATM, so I'm like, I'm just gonna pull $20 from the band fund, and I'm kind of glad I did, because then I had cash going to my mom's house too, so I was able to get I had like 45 minutes to sit at the bus station. So I walked over to, they have a little store in there that happened to be open. I got some of that black cherry Pepsi. And, like, I get to my mom's house. She says, I noticed that Pepsi you're drinking is not sugar-free. I'm like, nah, I switched back to regular Pepsi, like, a week ago. And she said, well, you should stop drinking that stuff. And then, like, 2 days later, I get a text from my mom with a picture of the label from this bottle. She's like, there's so much sugar and carbohydrates in this. You shouldn't drink it. I'm like, yeah, okay, Mom, I'll take that into consideration.
He took out 40 for my drinks.
Because she's a lush.
Yes, I did that too. I did buy her a drink. I bought her 2 drinks. I got myself a Coke, which was nothing.
I did get a drink bought for me at the show I went to last week. It was not a shot of Pepsi like I got at my birthday show. Did I tell you about that? I got a shot of Pepsi at my birthday show.
Yeah, you told me about that.
I'm standing there. I don't know if I talked about it on the air. I'm standing, like, Karina and I are standing there talking to the drummer from the Clockers. And he goes, oh, man, yeah, happy birthday, man. Let me buy you a shot. I'm like, no, man, it's cool. I don't drink. He's like, well, let me buy you a shot of something, man. I'm like, I'll take a Pepsi. He said, okay. He's like, I'll buy you a shot of Pepsi. A shot of Pepsi, right? Like, so
that's my kind of shot.
He goes up to the bar, and Karina and I are just standing there watching him, and we're specifically watching the bartender. And we see the bartender, you know, he's leaned in, he's listening, and he looks up, and you just see him go, a shot of Pepsi? Like, he literally asked for a shot of Pepsi. Okay, cool, whatever. So I got a shot of Pepsi for my birthday.
Nice.
So
that's all I want.
Yeah. I don't know. We release albums on your birthday or singles every year. Mm-hmm. At least we did twice. We did in 2020. We did this year. Was it this year or last year we did? It was this year we did.
Yeah, we released Cat Girls.
Was that this year? Or was that... Okay.
It was this year.
It feels so long ago, man. Like, everything just feels so long ago.
What's my favorite type of door?
I didn't even see that question in there. I missed it.
I'm gonna say wood, or I don't know. Is there like a favorite? Like,
I don't know. I mean,
made out of wood.
So he likes doors like that.
Yes.
You don't like, French doors or
no.
Double doors or like.
I do like those doors that at Sabres Arena. You go to the circle one to get in.
Oh, the revolving doors.
Yeah, the revolving door. That's really sick.
Yeah, revolving doors are fun.
Whee!
Let's get you a question here. Would you rather?
Here we go again.
PG-13. Huh. Would you rather be known as a racist or be known as a sexist? That's a tough question. I mean, I think I'd rather be known as a sexist, but either way, I'd rather not be known as either. Definitely not a racist.
Neither. I would say neither of them. But if I had to go with something, I would have to say sexist.
Just play some Spinal Tap on our show. We're not allowed.
No, we're not allowed.
We're actually broadcasting on all WNY this week. I actually remembered to press the button.
Yeah, we'll get sued.
That's what Scott's worried about.
I mean, he'll get sued.
I won't. That's Scott's problem.
Oh, Scott's problem.
But Scott asked me not to play covers, and we don't play covers. We haven't played covers. The last cover we had on this show was Andrew J. Reimers and Katie Clark of the Rearview Ramblers were in studio, and they did a cover of Real Big Fish's Beer. And then, well, no, so I played a cover the next, like a week or two later, and Scott was like, dude, no, you can't play that. I was like, oh, okay, sure. I won't play covers anymore, so we don't play covers.
No.
Or, copyrighted music, basically. Like, we had Jackknife Stiletto on, which shout out to Jackknife Stiletto. They're in my top 5 most listened to artists, apparently. Number 3. And, like, because they were, like, BMI ASCAP, we couldn't play them, which is ridiculous because we're BMI and we don't fucking... Apparently, I'm ASCAP. I gotta contact them and get out of that, and so I can sign up with BMI. But, because we're with, like, the royalty companies, and most of the bands around here we're technically not supposed to play any of the music we ever play on the show. But nobody's ever gonna be, none of the bands we play are ever gonna be like, yo, no, you can't play that, we're gonna sue you. Because they understand what we're doing. They understand that we're here to just kind of be like, hey, here's some music you might like. Check this band out. Like I got worried when we did Fernway a few weeks back, because it's like, man, this band is like so big right now. Like they're above, they don't need us to promote their shit. Mm-hmm. But it was like, you know what, I'm going to they got this big Halloween show. I'm going to play them anyway. Worst case scenario is they're like, dude, what are you doing? And they were, but they were just like, dude, thank you so much for playing our song. So, like, the bands understand what's going on. So I'm not worried about any of that. It is, a lot of them are, BMI ASCAP artists where they get their royalties sorted out with that. And technically we are legally not allowed to play them, but, where, the worst case scenario is if BMI or ASCAP were like, yo, what are you doing? The bands would be like, dude, they're promoting our show. Like, let them. I don't know how well that would work, but but yeah, we cannot play Spinal Tap on the show. Like, we were just watching The Simpsons a few minutes ago, just before we went on the air.
Oh yeah.
I had to pull Hulu up because the Sabres are playing tonight.
You gave the snake a binky. The baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a snake episode.
Barry White. Guest stars.
Barry White, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Can't get enough of your love, babe.
Now we're gonna get sued. Thanks, John.
Oh shit! I just got you sued. Shit.
So Brian and I had started doing a bit where Brian would play a song on guitar and I'd have to guess what it is. Mm-hmm. And Scott was like, "Oh no, that's fine." I'm like, okay, he's playing all this. He is playing
Covers.
Basically covers, but very brief snippets of it. I guess Scott figured it was fair use or something. I have no idea. But yeah. I guess we kind of skirted around that, but stream keeps dying here. I think it's my internet with this weather. Because we've got 0 dropped frames. We're using only 4.2% of my CPU right now. So,
John, why are your eyes so close together? What?
Your eyes aren't that close together. It says your eyes are close together.
No, they are.
I don't see it.
What big lips you have. What is this?
What big teeth you have. The better to eat you with. John's the big bad wolf now.
Ow.
I just gotta... Black Friday, Record Store Day, I didn't go. I always go to I always go to Record Store Day. Always.
I'm shocked.
Like, even the last one, when, like, nothing was coming out, I went down to Black Dots because Revolver was doing, like, we're going to sell everything at Transit, and then we're going to open the stores at 11, and we're going to distribute evenly everything we have left. I'm like, that's stupid. I'm just going to go to Black Dots. So John's reaching across the desk to hand me guitar picks, which I got more coming. I just got a bag, and I got more coming.
Can't wait to pick them up.
Yep.
Give them back to you.
Yeah. Anyway.
Lose those.
But so I happened to be up when Black Dots was about to open, and I get a text from my buddy Ryan, and he's just like, hey, anything you want? I was like, yeah, man, I want that Tommy Boy Beats collection. He said, all right, cool, anything else? I'm like, green Jello. He's like, if I find another green Jello, I'll get it for you. And he didn't find one, but I found one. Actually, Revolver still had them. I got it off Revolver's website.
Nice.
So I got everything I wanted for Black Friday without having to be awake. So that worked out. We're going to play some music right now. We're going to play some music from a band called Amateur Hockey Club, who are performing Friday at Mohawk Place, 47 East Mohawk Street here in Buffalo. They'll be playing with BP and the Oil Spills. That's a great band name. Cooler and Quit Yourself. That's at Mohawk Place, 7 p.m., $10 advance, $12 at the door. I don't know what the age restriction is, Amateur Hockey Club. And this song is called Boxed Wine on all WNY ThinkSoJoE Show.
Personally, I don't take this seriously. I'm sorry I left, but what did you expect? I'm just filling in the role that you gave me. It's sad, but it's true. I am me and you are you. A self-fulfilling prophecy repeats itself infinitely. I'm the fool for believing I'm more than just the sum of my parts. You're the fool for not leaving. The moment that the going got hard, it's like boxed wine left in the sun too long. Looks like I got dressed with the lights turned off. If everything is wrong, then everything's alright. Can't complain as long as I survive. It's like boxed wine left in the sun too long. Why do today what you can put off till tomorrow? Why do it all what you convincingly fake? Use good faith till there's none left to borrow, and blame the fallout on anyone but me. If it's you versus me, smart money says to follow the lead. An inconvenient truth is just never me and you. Something's just not meant to be. It's like boxed wine left in the sun too long. Looks like I got dressed with the lights turned off. If everything is wrong, then everything's alright. Can't complain as long as I survive. It's like boxed wine left in the sun too long. Wine left in the sun too long. Looks like I got dressed with the lights turned off. If everything is wrong, then everything's alright. Can't complain as long as I survive. Boxed wine left in the sun too long. It's like boxed wine left in the sun too long. It's like boxed wine left in the sun too long.
I'm gonna be nice. I'll let you. You're just gonna okay. You're just gonna all right. Whatever. John's not wearing a shirt. I don't know why. I have no idea. Just all of a sudden, this dude's not wearing a shirt.
What's up?
I was gonna be nice and like let you put a shirt back on, but you're like, no, I'm
good.
Okay. I have no idea what's going on. Why he's not wearing it. Anyway. John, what is the white line? I told you a million times.
Are we going over this? This is like my first show.
Grandmaster Flash in the Furious 5.
Yes.
White lines. We were listening to a different song by them in the car a couple of weeks ago. Oh, look, Detroit. I saw them get beat by Buffalo earlier this season. Tage Thompson had a hat trick. John can confirm.
Yes, I can.
John can't find a shirt, but John can confirm that that's what the white line is.
That's what the white line is. Maybe not so close to the mic.
Yeah. See, if you were wearing a shirt, you'd have some place to clip the mic.
True.
This one's attached over here, or I'd pass it over to you, but... Yeah. I have no control over this show anymore. I don't know what goes on. Would you rather stay in on a date or go out on a date? That one's lame.
Yeah, moving on.
Yeah. We just asked that one. We asked that one last time. Would you rather be topless all the time or be pantsless all the time, John?
Topless.
Clearly. What the fuck?
That just gives it away.
Would you rather have a lover who only speaks on Mondays or have a lover who only speaks in Pig Latin?
Oh my fucking God. Where do you get these questions?
Can you understand Pig Latin? Would you?
No.
I mean, you'd
No.
you'd eventually be able to decipher it. I think it would be better to have somebody who speaks in Pig Latin than only speaks on Mondays. Jill put you up to this? Is that?
No. Nope. Nope. This is my decision.
John just... It's freezing in the studio. I'm going to take my clothes off.
Just my shirt.
Yeah, let's keep it that way. If you were convicted of a crime, would you rather go to jail for life or have the death penalty?
Victim of a crime, would I rather go to jail for life or have the death penalty?
Yeah.
I'd rather have the death penalty.
Rather have the death penalty.
I will be somebody's bitch.
Instead of... everybody in the chat's telling you to put clothes on. Well, Jill says you look uncomfortable. Laura said to put some clothes on. If I would have known you were going to do that, I would have fucking hooked up the handheld mics. And you're not sitting there with a lav mic in your hand like that. Looking like you're talking to a pager. What else we got? Would you rather hang out with your crush or your favorite celebrity? Jill confirms she had nothing to do with this. I don't know how much I don't know how much I believe her when she says she has nothing to do with things
she had nothing to do. I just see your reaction. That's all.
Laura says this is a posh show. Clothes are required. No, Posh is the girl on the album cover behind John.
Don't lose tonight, guys.
I mean, they killed Detroit the last time I saw them play Detroit, so I should have worn the road jersey because that's what they're wearing tonight. That's okay. I didn't feel like finding, like this was in here already, so I'm like, I'm just gonna put this one on.
I will put my shirt back on just for you. I just want to see your reaction. That's all. I haven't seen you in a fucking couple days.
This is true.
So
couple of days and then a couple of weeks before
yeah, a couple
that.
weeks, yeah. So I will put my shirt back on.
I'm looking forward to band practice tomorrow. I get to see all you guys. I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. Plus, we got all this new shit coming in tomorrow.
You probably wouldn't like Wasted Space because they all got naked.
It wouldn't be the first time I've seen somebody get naked on stage. I mean, were they like naked, or were they like?
No, they just took their shirts off. But usually they apparently get in their boxers once in a while.
Okay, because I mean, like my buddy Seth used to be in a band called Final Decline, and the last time I booked him, he was in a Speedo. Like, I don't care that you're not wearing a shirt. It's just like awkward.
I just want to see your reaction.
Now Jill's telling you to take your pants off.
Oh my god. See, I open my mouth and this is what happens. All right. Y'all happy? Good.
Anyway.
I had my fun.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. I tweeted out that we were going to talk about stuff today, and I completely forgot what. I know Metallica was one of them, and we've already talked about Metallica. We talked about the Sabres, because we went to the game the other night, and that game was just terribly officiated.
Yeah.
Like, Steven Stamkos literally just trips one of our players. The ref just stands there and watches him. Tampa Bay scores a goal on the same play. Come on. Yeah, Twitter's still there if you can believe that.
I usually still have MySpace and shit.
Yeah, I still have a MySpace. MySpace sucks now though. Like
Yeah.
nobody's that's why everybody's jumping on Hive instead of like going back to MySpace. I'm the new champion of the Follow Friday. Cuz you know, you had to retire and then you won the next week. I don't know how. I'm like, she's not even on here and she's still beating me. And then since then I've been number 1. So But yeah, everybody's on Hive now. Everybody's moving to Hive.
Hive.
That's the new Twitter, basically.
Hive.
It's 2 dudes that run the whole thing, and they got like a million. They got like a million fucking new users in like 2 days.
It's like the new Twitter?
Basically, yeah, because everybody's jumping off Twitter because of fucking Elon Musk. And then like Laura's off Twitter now. But everybody's jumping off Twitter because of Elon Musk, and I'm just like, okay, where's everybody going?
What's going on with Twitter? Like,
Elon Musk bought it, and he's been fucking the whole goddamn thing up.
Oh, really?
And he just let Donald Trump back on there, but apparently Trump said he's not going to actually post anything anymore, so.
I don't do tweets.
Dude, he bought Twitter, and then he fired, like, everybody, publicly, some of them. And then he had to call one of the dudes he fired because he locked everybody out of the fucking building. So he had to call the dude who used to run security, like, can you get us back in the building? And that's when everybody started jumping off Twitter. Laura, I think, like, was before that, but, like, everybody started jumping off Twitter. And then, so I'm like, okay, where's everybody going to go? And for the most part, I did see some people say they were going to go to Mastodon, because Laura says, Mastodon's the new Twitter. Mastodon's more like Discord, though, in, like, you have different servers and everything, whereas Hive is all, like, just, one big blob like Twitter was. So I think Hive is really the place to go. But like I said, it's 2 dudes running the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And having to cope with this mass influx of people leaving Twitter that are coming to their platform now. So they're doing their best, and they're, trying to keep, trying to be really transparent about how they're handling everything. I mean, kudos to them. It's 2 dudes. Like, if they didn't do it, I was going to talk to Joe about, hey, we should make a new Twitter. Because we're kind of tech savvy. So.
Yeah, I'm never really on the Discord or.
Yeah, I know. I get your answers from Jill. Or you'll call me.
Yeah, I'm not much of a messenger sometimes.
Yeah. We got the Discord server for the band group chat because it's just that easy. It just makes everything easier. So I can put, like, okay, song lyrics are gonna go here so they don't get buried.
Yeah.
And then we have the chat here, and then other important stuff is here, and other important stuff here. So like it actually made it way easier than having a Facebook group chat. So, but like Jill and I are really the only ones that talk in there, because I'm just like, hey, I did this, and she's like, oh, that's cool. Hey, we should go do this.
Do some
Buy our merch, ThinkSoJoE.
Yes, buy our merch.
Merch.ThinkSoJoe.com.
Yes, John t-shirts, ThinkSoJoE, Waynesville style t-shirts.
Yep.
So, yeah.
About to do some new Brain Dead merch for that shop, so sometime soon, because I...
Oh, new Brain Dead merch? Nice.
Yeah, because I did a new... I took the original artwork that we bought,
Like the old school Brain Dead?
the old school, but I made it, instead of the skull being green, I made it white and shaded, like the green one was.
Okay.
And that's actually going to be on my new guitar picks that are not the ones I have already, but the ones that are coming. John's already given his thoughts on Home Alone 5.
Are we still on this? She hasn't asked me that in a while.
I've only watched, I have not watched Home Alone 2 yet this year. I watched Home Alone 1. I watched a couple of Flintstones Christmas specials. I watched Jingle All the Way.
Rudolph was on yesterday.
I watched the Fruity Pebbles commercial, and I tweeted to Fruity Pebbles.
You did?
I tweeted, season's greetings in our soul, yummy Fruity Pebbles in our bowls, and I tagged Fruity Pebbles. And they were like, we love this song. And I'm like, yeah, me too. It's not Christmas without it.
I bet.
Yeah. So I got new guitar picks I bought myself for they were late birthday, early Christmas present.
Very nice.
Nice little, the pearl, guitar picks.
Can I see that?
Yes, you can. So you can hand it right back to me, I'm sure.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Here you go, buddy.
I got these. And then I got some new ones with a checkerboard pattern coming with
Nice.
the shaded skull on it. So that's cool.
We got a new bass drum head.
Got a new bass drum head that looks cool. You can catch that on our Instagram, instagram.com/livingbraindead. Living_braindead. We couldn't get Living Brain Dead on Instagram. We got it everywhere else, but not Instagram. I barely remember that I'm in charge of the Instagram now, so I'm just like, oh yeah, I should probably post here. But yeah, I just bought a bunch of shit for us over the weekend. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, like I think only one of them was like a real actual deal that I got though, was like on the speakers that we got coming in.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I tried to trade in an amp at Guitar Center a couple of weeks ago. And I was going to trade it towards a couple of speakers for our practice spot. And they were like, yeah, we'll give you like $270 for this. It retails at $850. They resell it at $5. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not taking $270 for that. That's a ridiculous offer. I'm just going to take it home. And, we don't necessarily need speakers in the room because we've got in-ears so we can hear everything. But we've been talking about, we want to get some speakers for the room. So Musician's Friend did their stupid deal of the hour. And I was like, oh, look, it's the speakers I was going to buy for $70 less each than I was going to buy them for. That's a no-brainer. Add to cart. Buy. Be here tomorrow. And then I'm on Amazon. And I'm getting sponsored ads for Amazon's Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals. It's like, look at these cool lights. And I'm like, I don't think we necessarily need them for the room, but I think it would be nice to start building a collection of lights. So that when we do decide we want to, do our own light show with our performances, it would be nice to have them to be able to run that.
Yeah.
So I'm like $200, and it says it retails for $550. And I did look before I bought. They regularly sell it for $200, which is what I paid for it. Actually, no, I paid less because I got it used. It said used like new. Like, all right, it says like new. I'm going to trust that it's going to work. It'll be here tomorrow. We'll find out. I got some nice fancy lights. Got some speakers. Got a nice. I did get a Black Friday deal on a rack to put because we needed a bigger rack. Figured I'd get one with wheels.
Yeah.
That way we could put our wireless mics in and not lose our drawer that we have in our rack.
Yeah.
So Laura wants to know, John, favorite Christmas song?
Oh, that's easy. Frosty.
Okay.
Frosty the Snowman. But I like the punk rock version, like Voting for Soup did. Thought that was sick. So I'm gonna say Frosty the Snowman.
Hall & Oates, Jingle Bell Rock.
We should cover a Christmas song.
We should do a Christmas song. Jim wants to do Christmas photos.
Yeah, why not do a Christmas song?
We could
well,
do
why can't we write our own Christmas song?
We could. We're not playing any time between now and Christmas,
I
so
know,
that's kind of pointless at this point.
Well, yeah, I mean, like for like next year, maybe. we could have did one or.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Maybe we'll
not,
play.
Not rushing.
We'll play around Christmas time next year because we're not playing here on my birthday weekend next year because
Gotta make it up.
I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna be in. I'm gonna be in Detroit. We'll be at Metallica. We'll be watching 5 Flavored Fruit Punch.
That's a good name.
I'll tell you what, man. I was watching all these videos yesterday. Just they came up in my, recommended. It was just, bands stopping the show to help fans, and they were on this, and I'm just like. I don't think I've ever actually seen what those guys look like. Joe, next Christmas, you will be an...
You're going to be an old man. He's going to be 150 years old. I'm so proud of him.
I tripled in age.
He's the oldest person I ever met.
From what John was saying 2 weeks ago, I was turning.
What is your secret? I can't wait. I'm gonna get so much. I could afford to get you a hover round or something.
Hover round.
Get you to Grand Canyon, buddy.
It's time for you to go. I always complain about the young folks. No, I don't.
We complain this sometimes at the shows, me and Neil.
Sometimes.
Look at these young kids today playing concerts.
Oh yeah, when we're up there and we're playing like after a band like Trick Room, who used to be called Scathed, like we were playing after them and we're just like, we got to follow this.
We suck.
That's why it was nice to play the show we played because we had Smitten for Trash who are in their 20s. Mm-hmm. But then we, had the Clockers right before us who are older than us.
Yeah.
Do I need help using? I will never need help using a PC.
You're saying about replacing me with
Sabretooth. You were the one that brought it up. You're like, is that who you're replacing me with? Because he's in the fucking middle of the ring.
You would have asked him.
I'm like, well, you were going to be a mascot for a hockey team.
Why don't we have a mask? I could be the mascot for the Sabres, and he could be your drummer.
I was like, we could trade. You could be the mascot for the Sabres. We'll get Sabretooth. And then, as I'm saying this to you, Sabretooth is like 5 feet away from you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we could go ask him right now. And you're like, no, you're not asking him nothing.
You would have. You fucking would have.
But not seriously, though.
I know. It would have been pretty funny. I would have been good as a mascot, though, I think. I don't talk.
Santa Claus was at the game the other day.
Yeah, we all cheered Santa Claus. Then they show him again with a kid on his lap. And it was a ginger.
John got to experience firsthand me, saying bad things about the players who score goals on the other team. Mm-hmm. Like one of them scored, and I'm like, he hates Santa Claus.
He kicks puppies. What else did you say?
I was gonna say he hates Josh Allen, but I couldn't because like everybody, like something happened and everybody was cheering when the announcement was made, so nobody would have heard it anyway. So I'm just like, But like, yeah, no, it's like he licks doorknobs, he eats babies, you know. When I was at the game on Halloween, it was like he likes candy corn.
I think I see you do that at SmackDown.
That's right. We're going to Smack. That's the other thing. No, I don't think I said we were going to talk about. We're going to SmackDown. I got to get me a Bloodline T-shirt now.
Yes, we the ones.
Give me an honorary Oos T-shirt or Feeling Oosy T-shirt.
I'm feeling oozy.
Gotta get the Feeling
I gotta
Oosy
get the
T-shirt.
feeling oozy.
Yeah.
I'm feeling oozy, everybody.
Oh man, yeah, no. Sami Zayn's the best thing in wrestling right now.
Yes.
There are people who legitimately want him to win the Royal Rumble and beat Roman at WrestleMania.
Really?
I would be totally down for that. I don't see it happening.
Kevin Owens is done with him.
I don't see Sami Zayn being the one to beat Roman Reigns, but I would not complain if it happened.
That segment got pretty serious between him and Kevin.
Yeah.
I thought Sammy's gonna cry.
But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I think we get the final of the SmackDown World Cup, right? We get Ricochet versus Santos Escobar.
Yes.
We get that on Friday. So the Usos are like one of the hottest acts in pro wrestling, so yes, they are still employed.
Mm-hmm. Usos will be there.
Better than anything on Wednesday nights.
They actually tape on Fridays?
Who tapes what now?
SmackDown?
SmackDown's live on Fridays.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
Before they didn't do that.
No, it used to be taped on Tuesdays.
Then showed on Thursday or Friday.
I was thinking about it last night because I keep, like, every time I think, oh, I'm going to watch NXT, I accidentally, like, tell myself, oh, ECW's coming on because it's on Tuesday night, and that's when ECW used to be on.
Yeah.
And ECW used to be, they would tape SmackDown on Tuesday night, and depending on where in the country they were, they would either air ECW live before or live after SmackDown, or they would tape it before SmackDown.
Yep.
So, that was the only ECW show I ever went to, was they taped an ECW, or they did a live ECW after SmackDown. And then the next time they did SmackDown here, it was NXT, the game show version, with Daniel Bryan. Skip Sheffield. Yep.
I didn't understand. I didn't like 205 or anything like that.
205 was okay. I didn't like that they would like change the fucking ropes on Monday Night Raw to do cruiserweight matches. Like, what that was so stupid.
The purple ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they stopped doing it.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Why? Like, oh, these guys can't wrestle with red ropes. They can only wrestle if there's purple ropes. We got to change the ropes.
It just became too much, and they stopped doing it. Like,
Laura said something I agree with.
WWE ECW was great.
It was. It was not. It should have had a different name.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the show was fucking great. If it was called anything other than ECW, it would have been, it would have been remembered way more fondly than it is. But because it was called ECW, people are like, oh no, that's not ECW. This is shit. No, this fucking sucks. Like, no, it was actually a fun fucking show to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was, I did the WrestleMania behind the Titantron for WWE ECW.
Oh, you did?
I did. That was the only behind the Titantron he ever asked me to do.
Nice.
I'm like, yeah, I will absolutely do your WWE ECW behind the Titantron. Because that is, because I actually enjoyed that show. I hated that they called it ECW, but I really liked the show. But anyway, we got Friday, another show Friday night.
Friday.
This one coming up at the Lounge at Revolution Gallery at 1419 Hurdle Avenue here in Buffalo. Will be the Soul Butchers with Tony Rocky Horror. We saw them at Milky's.
Yeah.
Tony Rocky
really
Horror.
good.
They're really good. Friends of ours. Michael Nod from Tony Rocky Horror did our pins. Got to get some new ones. Got to talk to him soon. But that show's at 7 o'clock. It's $7 at the door. I don't know what the age limit is because nobody put that in the fucking description. Soul Butchers. Or Revolution Gallery, whoever made the event page. But Friday, Revolution Gallery, 1419 Hurdle Avenue. You can see this band. This is the Soul Butchers. And this song is called Crawl on All WNY Think So Joe Show. Soul Butchers on All WNY Think So Joe Show. John's like, it's cold in here. Put a hoodie back on. Told you it was cold in here, man. It's freezing. When it's windy out, it gets cold in here. I gotta get some plastic up on the windows. I know I have some downstairs. I gotta go find it. So, I'm just lazy. And I'm super fucking busy. Like, as soon as the show's over, like, probably in between periods of the hockey game, I gotta do some work. Because I was just like, all right, this one ain't due till like 10 o'clock. I can get away with not doing it now. I can start cleaning the fucking studio and, you know, making the house relatively not terrible. But, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Soul Butchers, you catch them. Oh, was that my beard or was that? It was my beard. Soul Butchers, you can catch them at the lounge at Revolution Gallery, 1419 Hurdle Avenue in Buffalo, with Tony Rocky Horror at 7 p.m., $7 at the door. I don't know, if you're under 21, show up. It didn't say I couldn't come. I honestly don't know what their rules are over there, so, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, Sabres game's about to start. Got that on in the studio. So I'm thinking of getting rid of this desk and getting another table like that one, just setting it up right here. Maybe one that goes from like the window all the way over here to the wall, and just, I'm trying to figure out what my monitor setup is gonna look like when I do that. Because the camera will be like facing this way, and then I can do things you might not know without having to move the camera. I could put the teleprompter up there. But I have a solution to your home being a mess, burn it down. Nah, I don't think my landlady would like that. I just, yeah, on top of spending $1,000 on Metallica tickets and all the money I spent on stuff for the band over the weekend, I also gave my landlady almost $1,000 check because I didn't pay rent last month. So I'm like, yeah, here's the next two, here's this month and next month's rent. So, so yeah, my rent is paid through the end of the year. Good. Now I gotta pay band space rent. So that's always fun. But I'm happy to have a band space and share it with you guys.
We have a nice band space.
And not be next door to Be Not Breathing.
Those guys are killer.
Oh, I'm sure they were. I mean, I could hear them through the wall and over my in-ears when we were practicing right next to them.
They have the ginger too.
Yeah. Yeah, and now that we're not next door to them, now we're going to get speakers in the room. Have them tomorrow. Gonna order some speaker stands. You know, not like, you know, not really fancy like this one or really big, but like ones like I used to have. White might actually still be in your basement. I don't know if Brian bought the stand with that or if I ended up leaving it at your house. I don't think it's here. But, oh well.
What, the stand?
Yeah, speaker stand. Like that one, just
like
smaller.
This one?
No, like that one, just smaller.
Yeah, I don't know if I have it.
I don't know. I'm gonna buy a pair of them. Put in the band space with the new speakers on them. Things you may not know is still a thing. We're coming back for season 3 sometime when I feel like it.
I felt like it.
It was getting overwhelming because I'm like, oh shit, I gotta hit this deadline on getting this done, but I'm also getting busier at work and have the band, and I'm like, I don't have time to do these things you might not know things. I am gonna do a gaming stream on Christmas Eve. Maybe one before that, I don't know, but at least on New Year's Eve, or Christmas Eve rather, because I was thinking back about the one that I did a few years back when I was, tracking Santa Claus the whole way and just giving updates while I was on the gaming stream. So I'm going to do that Christmas Eve.
I mean, we already found Santa Claus at a Sabres game. We
did find Santa Claus at a Sabres game. I saw Santa Claus on the bus once wearing a Red Wings jacket.
Really?
No, it was a Red Wings Santa Claus hat. Saw him on the bus.
We saw we seen.
Damn it! Speaking of the Red Wings, they just scored.
Damn it! Saw a lot of people at the hockey not wearing the same jerseys, like different teams.
Yeah, we saw there was a very large number of people compared to. I mean, usually it's just like one guy's wearing the wrong jersey, but we saw Toronto, we saw LA. There was a few. We were following a guy wearing the New York Islanders jersey. Like, guys, it's the Sabres and the Lightning. Why are you guys wearing these other teams that aren't playing? I don't know. I never. I wish we had the scoreboard operator that Dallas has, because they would fucking find these people and call them out. Like, there was a game between Dallas and Tampa, and somebody wore a Maple Leafs jersey to that game, and they caught him they put him on the Jumbotron like this guy grabbed the wrong blue jersey because he was wearing a Toronto jersey.
We saw a Toronto jersey.
I know.
Then you were spotting out, your jerseys, spotting out fake jerseys like that.
I was on eBay yesterday looking at jerseys, and I'm like, yeah, that one's fake. Yep, that one's fake. Yep, that one's fake. Yeah, dude.
You really do your research.
When you collect hockey jerseys, you know what they look like. You can spot a fake a mile. Like it was really bad in the Reebok era, and I was looking at some of these Reebok jerseys on eBay, and people are selling them for like, I'm selling. It's used for $20, and I'm like, yeah, it's fake. And just like you could tell just by looking at it, really, because like the crest is just terribly made. It's got like clotheslines instead of actual laces for when they had the laces on the jerseys. The numbers are not, the numbers and lettering on the back are not accurate as far as design. And especially with those Reebok jerseys, you would always see that they would have the Reebok logo on the back, but it would always be off center.
Yeah.
And the NHL logo on the collar would be off center. So those were really bad. Like some of the fake Adidas ones at least look better. And I mean like the current jerseys, not the navy blue ones where we still had the laces, because those still had the terrible fucking, what are you using as a lace there? Laces. But the easiest way to spot them now is you'll see the Adidas logo on the back, but then when they turn around, there's no detail in the crest. So yeah, I can easily spot fake jerseys. We were literally walking up the street on the way back to the car. I'm just like, that one's fake, that one's real, that one's fake.
John, I want your review of an Irish restaurant in Ireland.
The brain dead are going to Ireland.
Yes. I will get your review. I will get on that, and I will tell you next time I do a podcast after we play yeah.
Samuson's in the box, just got called
Next
for
time we
tripping.
play in Ireland, when we play in Ireland, I will get a review of an Irish restaurant just for you, Laura, just for you.
Wouldn't an Irish restaurant in Ireland just be a restaurant?
Yeah.
Can John give you a review of an Irish restaurant in Buffalo? Because there's one literally around the corner that's been on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
I can do that.
Yeah. The place around the corner from you was literally on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Yeah, I remember that episode, yeah.
So I didn't even know about the place. I was watching it with my ex-wife, and she's just like, oh, that place is in South Buffalo. It's right around the corner from my brother's house. It was before I moved here. So when we moved here, she's like, oh, that's the restaurant right there. Like, oh, okay, cool. I've never been there. She said it must be in Ireland.
I've never been there, but I guess it's first time for everything for us.
Yeah, I've never been overseas.
I don't know how much plane tickets will cost.
I don't know. Been looking at plane tickets for New York City, trying to go there for a Rangers game in April against the Sabres. That's about $200 round trip. It's not bad at all. Buy our merch. Help us afford these trips that you want us to take.
Yes. So I could do a review on.
You want them to go to Ireland? You got to help us out. We got a merch
gotta
link.
get
We
us
got
there.
tips links. You tip them a plane ticket. Look at that short-handed goal, Dylan Cousins.
All
Sabres
right.
are on the board, 1-1.
Woo! Go Buffalo.
You want him to go to Ireland? I mean, hit that tip link and buy him a plane ticket to Ireland. Round trip, please. I don't want to have to pay to get him back. I would, but I don't want to. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That was just something I just started. No, you want him to go to Ireland. Pay for him to go to Ireland. I don't need to go to Ireland.
I guess I'm going to Ireland alone.
I got one of the best Irish restaurants in the country right around the corner from me. What the fuck do I need to go to Ireland for?
What am I going to do in Ireland at the regular restaurant?
I don't know. Join the rest of your friends at the end of the rainbow.
Wow, that was cold.
You set me up for it. I mean, I had to take it. I had to take it. You set me up for it.
Oh my God.
Is Jill still watching? Did she hear that one?
No. She would have died laughing.
Laura said for you to find a pot of gold.
I'm going to do the next Lucky Charms commercial. Wow. I'm not even Irish. 1%, maybe a little. 1%. A tad. Yeah. Fine, I'll go join all my other gingers in Ireland.
Yeah, there you go.
The end of the rainbow.
You go find Flogging Molly and the Dropkick Murphys and be like, which one is which?
I know, right?
Why do you guys all sound the same?
They do. They freaking do.
Ryan used to hate the fact that I just didn't like the Celtic punk stuff. It's like, dude, I thought it was like the coolest thing when I was like 20
Yeah.
and first heard like Flogging Molly, and it's like, oh yeah, this song's really cool. And then it's just like, oh, there's two bands exactly like this. They sound exactly the same, and every song sounds the same. Mm-hmm. And I've seen both of them twice since the pandemic ended. Actually, no, I think I've seen Dropkick twice since the pandemic ended. Seen Flogging Molly once, and I saw them with Social Distortion before the pandemic. But it's like, 20-year-old me would probably love these shows, but, near 40-year-old me is just like, again? So,
Yeah.
It didn't help that the last time I saw both of them, each of them was at the Armory.
Yeah.
Which is just a shit fucking venue for shows. Case in point is we were out at Milky's the one night, and I'm seeing all the Facebook posts come up about the fucking stage was so unsafe that Anthrax is like, yeah, no, we're fucking leaving. I don't know. It's just not my scene. They're good bands. I like some of the songs. I'm not gonna go out of my way to listen to them. I'm not gonna go see them if they're the only band that I know on a show. Like literally, I went to see one of them because they were playing with the Violent Femmes and Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. Mm-hmm. And the other one was the Bomb Pops were playing. It's like, I'm going to see the Bomb Pops. Yeah, okay, the Dropkick Murphys are playing, but I'm going to see the Bomb Pops. John is still 60. A 50-year-old still thinks that he's 40. I am 41. I can prove it. Anyway, no matter what John tells you.
No, he's lying. I know he's 150. I know this. I know this because you can ask Brian.
You could ask Brian.
You could, but I'm doing this for Brian.
I know you're doing it for Brian.
I'm doing this for Brian. Brian will want me to do this. He passed the torch for me to do this. So,
whatever you say, Axel. Whatever you say. Did you see the Geico commercials with Slash?
Yeah. Oh, you're in. Yeah. I was like, fuck. Joe, Brian.
I was half tempted to find it on YouTube and just send it to you and just be like, hey.
I'm sure you guys will love it. I'm sure Brian's loving it up, laughing his ass off up there.
That's a great commercial though, because it's like, oh, it's such an easy decision.
You're
almost
in.
as easy as this. Yeah.
Cool. That's all he says. Cool.
Laura's apparently never seen me walk. She's not been here apparently for weeks where like somehow the cats got back here and I had to go chase cats.
And then take over the show.
And it's like, yeah, you're in charge, John.
Wonderful.
Well, luckily, the week that I had to do that, you had Nick Lucido here,
Yeah.
who also was answering your phone a few weeks ago.
We were talking shit about you.
Yeah. No, I know, because I went back. Oh, shit. Sammyson made up for being in the box. Just scored a goal. It's 2-1 Sabres.
Hello.
But yeah, I went back and watched that show, so fuck you guys. Anyway. I don't know, you would have been screwed if I would have realized the Cats were back here and we didn't have a guest.
You did go back and watch that?
You would just be like, I'm having a good time. Not. It's funny because I was talking to, I always say I'm 27th for the whatever time, right? I'm talking to JD from Smitten for Trash, who is 27. And he's like, oh man, I'm so old and I'm so beat up. And I'm just like, dude, really? He's like, oh man, my job is just physical labor. I'm like, see, that's why you're beat up. Me, on the other hand, I feel fine. I feel great because the most physical labor I ever did was when I worked in a fucking graveyard for a week. Digging up foundations for headstones. Which was a job I literally took just so I could be like, yo, I work in a cemetery. Just like I am technically an ordained minister just to be able to say that I'm an ordained minister.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't really bring it up because, like, I guess that's something that, like, Karina's sister would get pissed about if I said I was an ordained minister, and she'd be like, really? Like, yeah, I filled out the form on the internet. Got a certificate. Reverend ThinkSoJoE.
Reverend ThinkSoJoE.
Yeah. I mean, that's not what it says. It says my real name on the certificate, but,
Reverend Joe Kent.
Yeah. Except, like, the church I got the ordainment from, like, they're not recognized in New York. So, like, if you wanted to get married, I couldn't marry you with this current certificate I have. I would have to get a different one. Mm-hmm. But, like, other states, I could absolutely be like, yep, I now pronounce you man and wife. I now pronounce you man and toaster. It'd be like Homer Simpson in that episode where he's just marrying everybody to everything. Joe, physical activities is just eating. No, that's I guess that's kind of true.
That's good.
I guess that's kind of true.
That's good.
I don't really get up much. Physical activity is walking from here to there to do my job. And half the time I don't even do that because I got this right here. So. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awkward moment now.
Sabres. I think I love those awkward silences. Sabres. I mean, that's why we got the bots here. So we could do, you want to play Truth or Dare? We could do Truth or Dare.
Let's do it.
And what's the option? Rating is PG 13. Let's go 13.
Okay.
What do you want, Truth or Dare? Or do you want it to pick for you?
Let's do random.
Random. Truth or Dare? What would you do if your parents left the house? Oh, so it's a truth. What would you do if your parents left the house to you for a whole week?
I throw the best house show ever. We will have a concert.
That's probably what I'd do at my parents' house.
I have a big backyard.
My parents got a huge fucking 3-car, like a giant garage, man. They're talking about, when we die, you get the house. Like, cool. Like, I just want the garage. I don't need the rest of the house. Give me the garage so I can build a studio. Sleeping and watching wrestling isn't a physical activity. We take another fucking penalty? What for? Oh, that's what for.
Well, that was a good call.
Yeah, oh yeah, he got him right in the fucking face. High sticking there on Alex Tuck. That was a good call. Won't argue that one. Or that tripping call earlier was a good one. Mm-hmm. And we scored shorthanded on it. Let's do it again. Let's do this again. Random. Lick someone's hand. It could be your own. You're not licking my hand. There you go.
It looks so raw. I feel like a cat.
This is why we have this Discord server, so we can run bots like this and just be like, truth or dare?
Truth or dare?
Would you rather? Nah, we're not doing that.
No. Moving on. We're not even gonna say that question.
Let's go back to the would you rathers.
Yeah.
Would you rather speak to animals or speak 10 foreign languages?
Speak to animals.
Definitely speak to animals.
My brain can't function like that.
I always speak to animals every day. I speak to squirrel. She's always talking back to me.
John, have you seen Up? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's only one person I know who hasn't seen Up.
Squirrel.
Which I never understood why Karina never wanted to watch Up. Like, it doesn't make any sense. She doesn't want to watch Up, and Rick Astley doesn't want to give her Up. So what's the problem? I don't get it. Somebody said I had my that was the other thing I said we were going to talk about today was Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah.
And you and I are not Spotify users.
No.
YouTube is doing with their music program is doing basically the exact same thing. They call it recap. Yeah, Laura offered Karina money to watch Up. She just wouldn't do it.
Not a bad movie.
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
It really
I
is.
liked it.
I watch it every now and then just to be like, yeah, I haven't seen this in a minute. Let me watch this. But yeah, so I
might watch it tonight.
But yeah, I got my YouTube end of the year stuff, and that's when I realized that I'm listening to YouTube music across 2 different accounts. Because I looked at one, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Like, where are all the songs I usually listen to in the kitchen? And then I pulled it up on another account. It's like, oh, there's all the songs I listen to in the kitchen. So when I'm in the kitchen and I tell my Google Home to play music, the music that it's playing is, oh, geez, that was a dumbass idea. That could have bounced off him into the net. I've seen worse things happen.
Scared me, Buffalo.
Well, that would have been a goal for
That would have been a
Buffalo.
goal for Buffalo, but yeah.
I seen it happen. I was in Columbus, and David Legwan, they're shorthanded. David Legwan gets the puck in the defensive zone, flips it out. Everybody just thinks it's a routine clear. They all start looking at their phones. I'm watching the puck go right past the Columbus goaltender and into his net, and I'm just like, he scored, and people are like, what? What just happened? like Legwan shot the puck and went in the net. It was a big highlight on SportsCenter the next day. Which was like amazing because it was before ESPN started showing hockey games again. So like they never showed hockey clips. So for them to show that was like a huge deal. Speaking of a huge deal, there's a big show going on at Sportsman's Tavern, 326 Amherst Street in Buffalo. This is a band I never heard of before Jill asked what was going on Saturday. And I happened to kind of look at Sportsman's and like, oh, hey, here's a band I never heard of. They're called Perilous.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
They're inspired by like Joan Jett and bands like that. They're performing Saturday at Sportsman's with the Enemies and another great band name here, Matt Smith's Nervous System. So that's at 8 p.m. It doesn't say what the cost is. I think it's free. I think we didn't pay when we went to see Grosh, right?
No.
Just went and sat down. So 8 p.m. I assume it's 21 plus. I don't know. They didn't put this information in the event page here. But this is Perilous, and this song is called Rock and Roll Kiss on all WNY Think So Joe Show.
Feels like this. Oh, rock and roll kiss. And it feels like this. I've been waiting forever, it seems. You've been living inside of my dreams. You know just how to move me deep inside and feel through me. Yeah. Bring it over this way, never walking away. From a rock and roll kiss, and it feels like this. Oh, rock and roll kiss, and it feels like this. You came along right inside of my dreams, in the best ways, you know what I mean. When you touch me, I'm gonna explode. If you baby with me, I love more. Won't you come on in? You ain't coming back. From a rock and roll kiss, and it feels like this. Oh, rock and roll kiss, and it feels like this. Rock and roll kiss, and it feels like this. Oh, rock and roll kiss, and it feels like rock and roll kiss, and it feels like this. Oh, rock and roll kiss, and it feels like, yeah, it feels like.
All right, that was Perilous on all WNY Think So Joe Show.
They were good.
Song called Rock and
it.
Roll Kiss. Yeah, it was pretty cool. They're playing Saturday night at Sportsman's Tavern with the Enemies and Matt Smith's Nervous System. That's at 8 p.m. And yeah,
Yeah.
if I wasn't considering going to another show, I'd go to that. Considering going to the other show we're going to talk about in about 30 minutes here. But yeah. I meant to pull up my year-end stuff here for YouTube. Let me pull this up. Because I found out what my most played artists are. I bet you can't guess who number one was. What band do you think I listened to more than anybody else? Any other band?
Rick Astley.
No. Somebody had pointed that like
Metallica?
yes, Metallica on both accounts. Because I like I said, I'm somehow on two accounts here. Where the hell are these? It's only showing me one here. No, that's a screenshot. I don't know what screenshot. Pictures. There we go. Okay, so I have two accounts. One is the account that I typically use YouTube with. It counts artists that you watch on YouTube. So actually, my number one on that account is a band called First to 11 out of Erie, Pennsylvania, they're a cover band.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of like really cool covers. They have cool videos to go with them and everything. So they do them, and they do new ones every Thursday. So they're number one. Bouncing Souls are actually number two. Metallica's number three on that one. And then for some reason, Aerosmith.
Aerosmith. All right.
And then Hall & Oates is number 5. I was in the top 8% of Metallica listeners on that account and the top 4% of Aerosmith listeners. Let's see. And then my top listened to songs. See if you catch a theme here. I'll count them down from number 5. My top listened to songs on my main YouTube account. Number 5, Manic Monday by the Beatles, or the Bangles rather. Beatles, the fuck. Not the Beatles, the Bangles. Two completely different bands. Manic Monday by the Bangles. Number 4, Don't You Forget About Me by Simple Minds.
All right. Good
Number
song.
3, The Power of Love, Huey Lewis and the News. Number 2, by the way, I want to point out that when I was doing this, I was texting Steph, and I was like, I bet if I can get my, top songs or artists from my YouTube account, Roxette is going to be like the number 1. I was close. It was number 2. It Must Have Been Love by Roxette. And number 1, Your Love by The Outfield. You catch a theme there on the top 5? They're all...
They're all love songs?
No. Well, yeah, but no. They're all 80s songs.
They're all 80 songs.
So that's off my main account. And they say my music personality on that one is the party pioneer. Always seeking the next musical frontier. I find the tracks that everyone wants to hear. And that I am on trend, I'm exploring, and I'm amped. And then but my other account that I listen to when I'm in the kitchen,
Yeah.
top artist of 2022 was Metallica with 146 minutes streamed, which is not that long. It's like just under 2 hours. I was in the top 8% of Rancid listeners, top 9% of Metallica listeners on that one. Top artists, number 5, The Transplants. Number 4, The Bomb Pops. Number 3, New York City's Jackknife Stiletto. Number 2, Rancid. And number 1, Metallica. And then my top 5, Dear Beer by the Bomb Pops. Number 5. Number 4, The Rest of My Life, Less Than Jake. Good song. Number 3, Womanarchists by Bad Cop, Bad Cop. Number 2, CA in July by the Bomb Pops. And number 1, Diamonds and Guns by the Transplants. And I'll tell you why Diamonds and Guns by the Transplants is number 1. It's because when I go into my kitchen and I tell my device in the kitchen to play music, that's always the first song it ends up playing. So I always end up listening to it. So that's why that's my number 1 most played song on that account.
Yeah.
Of the year. And I go beyond the hits. 54% of the songs I listened to were deep cuts. And my music personality is the alt explorer. My friends count on me to lead them into what's new, next, or unprepared. Or unexplored, rather. So, yeah, hey, that's that kind of what we do here on the show. I tell you guys what's new. Hey, I just got an email from Guns N' Roses. Why are you emailing me when you're on the show, Axel?
Sorry, Slash.
Use Your Illusion box sets out now. I am totally not spending that fucking money. That is way too much fucking money. I definitely want a new copy of Use Your Illusion 1 just to get that new version of November Rain on vinyl. But, like, yeah, I'm not buying those fucking box sets. That is way too much money. When they did the Appetite one, I was like, oh man, I want to hear a lot of the stuff on this. And then it ended up on YouTube Music, so I'm just like, oh, I could just listen to it with my subscription service. I don't need to go spend $1,000 on a fucking box set. What's funny is even after buying the $1,000 fucking Metallica tickets and spending so much money on the band over the weekend, I can probably still actually buy that box set right now if I wanted to. I don't want to put that money in.
Those jerseys are so ugly.
Weren't we talking about that Monday? We were talking these terrible fucking Detroit reverse retros. They're not wearing them tonight, thankfully, but they're so ugly. Like, there's a reason Detroit hasn't changed their fucking jerseys in, like, the style of their jerseys in the entire existence of this team. And it's because they have the best fucking jerseys besides ours in the league. Look at those, they're gorgeous. They're just timeless. They're classic.
Yeah.
It would be like Montreal changing their jersey. Even Montreal's reverse retros leave something to be desired because they're like a powder blue this year. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Like, I got the dark blues, that they had for the first reverse retro program, but like the powder blue, they look good. Don't get me wrong. Because they're still in that classic Montreal style. It's just, that's a weird color choice. Our reverse retros look great because they're the goat heads, but they're in white with blue and gold instead of red and silver or black.
It's kind of cool to see them back in the black.
Oh, dude, I was watching that game because the night before Thanksgiving was the night they wore those for the first time, and I was just like, I wanted to go to the game, but I also really wanted to go see Murder, because Tina's always given me shit about not going to see her play, and it's like, yeah, every time I try to go see you play, you end up canceling. So I was like, all right, I'm going to skip the Sabres game. I know so many people on this show. I'm going to go to this show instead. And if I would have known that they had, like, shows coming up on back-to-back weeks, I probably would have still just been like, you know what, I'm going to the game, and then I'm coming to the show. Because I really wanted to, it was 90s night. I wanted to get my fanny pack and my boomsticks that they were giving away and rock this jersey at a game and see them on the ice.
Packs?
What's that? Yeah, fanny packs for 90s night with the they were black and they had this logo on them. And but like before the show started, I'm just standing there like watching the game on my phone. I'm like, man, I really wish I were there. Wow, these jerseys look fucking amazing. Like they look so much like they look so much like the actual jerseys from the 90s. There are big differences between the two. Mainly, like, this logo is not the same logo you would find on the jerseys in the 90s.
No.
No, it's sleeker. It's more modern than that. And then on those jerseys, you would have like the red and gray in the collar, and this is just a black collar, which just looks so sleek. I just love the way these look, especially like watching them play in them. Like, we were watching when they first wore the white ones. Yeah. And they're wearing white pants with them. It's like, that doesn't make any fucking sense, because like, when they wore the white jerseys with the goat heads, they wore black pants. So it would have made more sense to wear blue pants.
Yeah, to go with it.
With the current, reverse retros, but,
we'll try
whatever.
something new.
I guess, Adidas has to do what Adidas does, I guess.
I never seen white.
I have. I think like Philly's worn them before and some other teams, but like, yeah, I'm not a fan of the white pants. I think, I mean, obviously you don't want to have like, because we're watching the game right now, you don't want to have the gold stripe down the side when you're wearing those. Yeah. But you just do what you did with the white pants and just they're shells. Mm-hmm. You're still wearing your blue pants underneath. You just got to shell over it. So just make them blue instead of white. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't like, that's not a good look for me, but the black ones, when they were wearing those, and I'm thinking of going to the game Sunday to see them in person, but when they were wearing those, it's like, oh man, look how good these fucking jerseys look, and the whole uniform, just total 90s throwback. Just updated with for the modern day, Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, I don't know. I was watching back an episode where you know what it was? Is it came up in my time hop where John Johnson had seen the end of the show where I was talking shit about all the reverse retro jerseys. Yeah. And I said, here's for you non-hockey fans, the Flyers reverse retro, But yeah, I mean these. I really like these. I like the jerseys. I just don't like the white pants with the reverse retros. Yeah. But those Detroit ones are just
garbage.
Like
garbage.
Yeah, they do not look good at all.
No, they were pretty ugly.
Like Chicago has similar ones, but Chicago's are like, I'd rather see like, Chicago's logo as it is problematic. So to take the logo off and just write Chicago across the chest was probably a good idea. I mean, we can't all be the Cleveland. What the fuck is their baseball team called now? Because they're not the Indians anymore.
No?
No, they're the Guardians now.
The Guardians?
The Guardians, because they
Is Guardian of the Galaxy?
yeah, right. Well, you know, they had retired the Indian head mascot a few years ago. Like when I first went to Becky's, they had the Indian head on the wall because like they had just stopped using it, and then a couple of years later they're like, yeah, we're gonna change our name, and then the Blackhawks put out a statement like, yeah, we're not gonna change our name. So, you know, there are people that are mad about it. There are people that are not. The Blackhawks logo is like iconic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good looking logo, but I do get the argument against it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and they are like literally the only team with like a stereotype, you know, kind of logo / name that has not changed their name or logo. Because obviously we don't have the Washington Redskins anymore. They're now the Commanders.
The fuck?
I mean, I guess it's better than Washington Football Team, which was their name for the last 2 years.
The Commanders.
The Commanders. And then you got teams like the Chiefs, right? And,
Yeah.
and like, you know, that, you know, I could say, you know, people could get offended by that, but like, or the Braves, the Atlanta Braves, but like, they're not using derogatory imagery. That's this commercial we were just talking about is on right now.
Go.
He's playing the solo at the end while the guy's doing the tagline. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't have an argument either way for the Blackhawks thing. I know people who feel really passionately about like they need to get rid of it. I
Yeah.
don't necessarily agree. But again, I mean, like, I'm a white dude that's not, you know, appropriating my culture.
Yeah.
So, you know, but I get the argument against it. If it happens, it happens. If not, I'm knocking stuff over. I don't even, oh shit, that was probably the antennas for the, yeah. So I had to get the wireless off your chair. So I'm like, where's this gonna go? And I'm just gonna put it here. So I just kicked one of the antennas down. I gotta remember to grab that before we go to practice tomorrow and set up all this
Yeah.
brand new shit we just got.
It's like, I don't know. I can't see the Buffalo Bills or the Buffalo Sabres changing their fucking name.
No,
that-
and why? I mean, there's
Why
nothing
would they?
offensive. There's nothing offensive about them, though.
Yeah.
I was watching a video last night where they were talking to all the old players and also the son of the store owner for the Taro Tujimoto.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with that at all, Taro
No.
Tujimoto? Okay, so in the 1970, I want to say 9. I could be wrong. I don't think John's here to correct me. But in like the 1979 draft, right? The Sabres, so like the league, they're trying to keep all their draft picks secret from the World Hockey League or World Hockey Association or whatever, because they don't want them to like poach their players. So to keep all these secret, instead of having a big meeting and everybody's in the same room and everybody's making drafts, you know, their draft picks, Clarence Campbell is calling all of the teams individually when it's their turn to draft. And because they don't know who the other teams are drafting, you don't have the internet back then, you can't just email it to them. He's got to sit there and he's, well, with pick number 1, this team picked this guy, and pick number 2 was this guy, and pick number 3 was this guy. So now they're at like 178th. And, you know, Punch Imlock, the Sabres coach, he's just like, this is boring as shit. Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
So one of the guys that works for the team calls up this local grocery store called Tujimoto's. And say, hey, I got a couple of questions. Hey, I'm calling from the Buffalo Sabres. I got a couple of questions for you. One, can I use your last name for something? Well, yeah, I guess, sure. Okay, cool. What is a popular name for a Japanese boy? Like, Taro is a really popular name. Like, okay, cool. What is the Japanese word for sabers? They're like, well, a katana would be like the equivalent of a saber. So he says, okay, thanks. I really appreciate your help. Thank you. So Campbell calls the Sabres office. Punch Imlock picks up. Yeah, it's Punch Imlock, Buffalo Sabres. They go through the whole, this team picked this guy, and they 177 picks, or 186 or something like that, whatever it was. And he goes, okay, our pick is going to be Taro Tsujimoto from the Tokyo Katanas from the Japanese League. And he's like, okay, cool. And, wrote it down and had to tell all the rest of the teams that's who the Sabres picked for the rest of, there was like 6 more picks left or whatever. But and then they didn't tell anybody. Like the next season came around and people are like, oh, when's this Japanese guy getting here? Who's this Taro guy? And it's just become just lore amongst Sabres fans over the 3, 4 decades, 5 decades since, he's still, listed if you get a Sabres media guide, he's still listed as the draft pick. Anywhere else you read it, he's an invalid selection because he didn't really, he wasn't a real person. He didn't exist. It was just, they're so deep in the draft, there's barely anybody left. So they're just we're going to fuck with him. We're going to fuck with the league.
Fuck them.
Yeah. Which is, that's a great story. They need to do something like that again. Maybe they'll give them some good luck, It's been a rough just over a decade now with us not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Maybe it's karma for all the years I was saying, the Bills haven't made the playoffs this century, and then now the Bills are doing good, and the Sabres are still sucking. So,
yeah, I have one team that sucks.
Yeah, my buddy says to me today, he says, "Man, I'm just hoping because he's talking about he wants to take his dad to the Super Bowl if the Bills go to the Super Bowl." Mm-hmm. And he's like, I hope the Bills stay healthy and get their heads out of their asses. I'm like, dude, I hope your team stays healthy too, just for karma from the fucking football gods, because I need my team to stay healthy because they are dominating everybody right now. But if they start getting hurt, we're fucked.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
So, I got but hey, it's nice to sit here and, my team's in first place in the NFC West right now. Mm-hmm. Whereas Buffalo is in second place in the AFC East behind Miami, who hopefully will lose on Sunday because they're playing the Niners. So, yeah, you guys, all of Buffalo is going to be rooting for San Francisco on Sunday rather. Especially if Buffalo loses tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I don't even know who they're playing. But Buffalo's playing tomorrow night. If they lose, that's going to put them way behind Miami. They're going to have to hope Miami loses so they can keep pace. But if Buffalo wins, then everybody's going to be rooting for San Francisco because they want Buffalo to be ahead of Miami, and that's the only way it'll happen. So, guess what, Buffalo? Y'all got to root for the 49ers this week. We were watching the Bills game at my mom's house, because they were playing Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It was a pretty close game. Bills pulled it off. So Bills pulled it off, but Bills shouldn't have pulled it off. That was Detroit blew that game.
Yeah, they did.
That was just why are you you shouldn't have. They should have ran the ball. There was the last play they made before they kicked the field goal. Should have ran the ball. There was no fucking reason to try and pass. You run the ball, you take time off the clock, and then you kick the field goal with no time left, so Josh Allen doesn't get the ball back with 20 seconds to go win the fucking game. Or tie it at least. Is that right? They went to overtime?
Yeah.
Yeah. You give Josh Allen the ball back with 20 seconds left. That's as dumb as giving Patrick Mahomes the ball back with 17 seconds left.
Yeah, Detroit.
Detroit blew that game.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah, Bubba, I don't want to take anything away from the Bills. They're a very, very good football team. They're very talented.
They have one of the best quarterbacks right now.
Josh Allen is definitely, one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
He risks his own career.
He does.
Sometimes.
He does. And I keep telling Bills fans, you guys better hope this dude doesn't get hurt.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't get hurt. I don't want to see anybody get hurt.
He's not scared to run the ball.
No, he's not. But if Josh Allen gets hurt, your backup's Matt Barkley, who has done absolute dick in 20 years in the league. I'm sure it's not 20. I think it's like 10, but still. Is that guy going to lead you to the Super Bowl if something happens to Josh Allen? You better hope that dude stays healthy, and I hope he does. I really do, and I don't want to see anybody else's quarterback go down. I've had to deal with that already this season. Luckily, my backup was Jimmy Garoppolo, who is the best quarterback in the league, so hopefully he stays healthy.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Hopefully we all our teams, everybody's favorite team, I hope they all stay healthy. I hope they all, have some success.
Mm-hmm. But if it comes down to 49ers and Bills.
It comes down to 49ers and anybody.
Bills, sorry, not happening. Or any team. 49ers are away.
I'm not saying that out loud. I know how that works. I'm not saying that out loud. That's like when a player scores 2 goals, you can't say, oh, he's gonna get a hat trick, because it won't happen.
No.
Like saying it's gonna happen is like touching the Stanley Cup before you win it. You can't do it. It's bad luck.
I think everybody would agree with you at that Sabres game that you said, oh, let's go wait for the referees in a parking lot.
Yeah,
I think everybody would go with you.
Right.
I would have.
All right, we got to get out of here. Got my friends in Murder, and I mean friends. I know all of them. I almost brought their drummer some Thanksgiving dinner, but my mom was like, nah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm like, okay, no problem. Anyway, Murder. They're performing Saturday at Mr. Good Bar. That's 1110 Elmwood Avenue in Buffalo with Days Ago, Foo Bar, and Electric Duchess. They're also playing a week after that at Milky's with Gumshoe.
Ooh, nice.
Which is, I really want to go to that one, so I might not go to this one, but I might go to this one because I also am friends with Days Ago. And they've called me out on why aren't you coming, man? Well, you get to see us. Because I'm going to go see the same band next week with my other friends. So, I don't know. It's a tough thing with being friends with everybody and liking everybody's bands. But Murder is fucking cool, man. So if you get a chance to see them this weekend, next weekend, whenever, go check them out. This is Murder. This is their latest single. It is called Survival on all WNY ThinkSoJoE show. And we will see you
next week.